How can average working citizens like us, how can we reform our unjust financial system to erode the wealth and power of big banks, traditional corporations, and the super rich, and redistribute that wealth and power back to average working citizens without relying on politicians and regulations? This is the question we ask on the Crowd Effect podcast. I am your host, Paul Lovejoy, activist, investment advisor, and founder of the registered investment advisory firm Stakeholder Enterprise. Today, we're going to be talking about reforming. Now, my grandfather, he told me that you act stupid when you don't learn from your mistakes. You act smart when you do learn from your mistakes. And you act wise when you learn from the mistakes of others. So I'm asking everyone who's listening or watching to act wise and learn from my mistakes because I'm going to be going over my proprietary framework to reform. I call it the 3 secrets to reform. And I've had to learn these 3 secrets the hard way. Now, the 3 secrets are change, chance, and control. So, change, what is that? Now, when you want to reform anything, you need to have a vehicle of change. So, let's say you want to reform your own health, and your vehicle of change could be a personal trainer, maybe a keto diet or some online program, supplements, something like that. That is going to be your vehicle of change. Um, so so once you have that, then we need the next secret, which is chance. You want to give yourself the best chance possible at reforming. So you take your vehicle of change and you use my proprietary framework of the 5 steps to success, which is the first step is getting that vehicle of change. The second step is automating your vehicle of change. Third step is diversifying your vehicle of change. Fourth step is really having an affordable cost. You want your vehicle of change to be affordable. And lastly, you want to have a community for accountability that goes along with your vehicle of change. And this will give you um, the best chance at succeeding. So let's take that example of reforming your health. Okay, so let's go with the diet example, the keto diet. Okay, so how can you automate your keto diet? Well, that's kind of tricky. If there is a program available where it tells you, okay, have this for breakfast, have this for lunch, have this for dinner, and you have a week planned full of meals. So on Monday you're going to eat this, Tuesday you're going to eat that, and so forth. So that would be a way to automate it so you don't have to think about it. It's like, okay, it's Tuesday and it's lunchtime, so I'm gonna eat this. I don't do keto, so maybe this is a bad example, but I think you probably get the point. Um, the next thing you want to do is diversify it. So you want to try different foods that go along with this keto diet to find what you will actually like to eat. Um, and so that's the way to diversify. And that way you're going to stick with it. If you don't like what you're eating, you're not going to stick with it. The next step is affordable Well, if you can't afford it and it's breaking your budget, there's no way you're going to continue. So you got to make sure that it has the right cost um, for you to succeed. And a community. Maybe this keto program that you're on has a Facebook group or something along those lines, uh, where you can talk to other people doing the same thing and learn from their mistakes, be wise, learn from their mistakes. So that's the 5 steps to success, and that's our second secret for chance. You want to give yourself the best chance. Lastly, is control. So you only have really 2 things that you have control over your life: your actions and your reactions. So let's say you believe that um, if you make a eat something like a snack, ice cream, or something that's not part of your diet, that makes you a bad person. All right, so that's your belief, and you eat ice cream. So you're not going to be able to control this emotional response that you're about to get. You're going to feel guilty because you believe that um, breaking your diet, it makes you weak, or um, not able to uh, really fulfill what you're trying to do. So you're going to have this emotional response, and you can't control that unless you change your belief. Otherwise, you're going to have an emotional response. Now, most of the time, we just continue with this. We react with our initial emotional response. So we feel guilty, like, oh, and then this is a part we can control. Okay, I acknowledge I feel guilty. All right, but how do I want to react to this guilt? Do I want to feel sorry for myself, give up, or do I want to dig deeper? Okay, I got this. All right, I forgive myself that I probably shouldn't have had that ice cream, but one misstep isn't going to be the worst thing in the world. At that point, you're being smart by learning from your mistake, and you're not beating yourself up. um, and then you can have the opportunity to control your actions. Okay, I just I reacted with forgiving myself, and now I can be proactive. Okay, well, let me take a look at my remaining diet schedule, and you could figure out, okay, I can still keep my goal of losing X amount of weight, or whatever it is. And that's it. There you have. That's the 3 secrets to reform. You can reform yourself. You can reform others. Now, let's say if you want to, reforming others is a lot more challenging. So when you're controlling your actions and being proactive, and you want to reform, what I'm trying to do is reform a financial system. First of all, you can't do it alone, and secondly, you need to be proactive. And the proactive steps that I use, I call announce and acknowledge. So let's say you are in a community of other people doing this keto diet, and you announce, hey, um, I'm doing this. I'm eating this thing. It really gave me energy. It helped me out, whatever. And then you see someone else that's doing the same thing. You go, hey, I see, let's say Tom. I see Tom doing it also. The announcing and acknowledging, you're not like telling anybody what to do. You're simply stating what you're going to do, and you acknowledge when other people are doing the same thing. And it creates a positive feedback loop. So you can um, you can reform others by simply announcing what you're doing and acknowledging when other people are doing. And that's contagious. And people will start announcing what they're doing and acknowledging what others are doing, and it moves on. So that's the breakdown for the three secrets to reform. And I want to announce that I my sign off on my last episode was terrible. I didn't really have one, and so I'm trying to come up with a new sign off, and I do have a motto for a stakeholder enterprise, and it's I invest with the crowd, and the crowd invests with me, and that's what I'm going to leave you with today. So take care. Bye bye.